Come join the Rebel Forces as we review set number 75094, Imperial Shuttle Tydirium, here on TalkBricks. Hello and welcome back to another episode of TalkBricks, where we bring you the latest in LEGO news and reviews. Don't forget to subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos, but let's get right to it. Michael here, and I'm so excited to be talking about the latest summer set from LEGO Star Wars, the Imperial Shuttle Tydirium. Set number 75094, this set has 937 pieces. As you can see, this set has quite the impressive size, but before we get into all the features of the ship, let's talk about everyone's favorite part, the minifigures. And here we have our two Rebel Troopers. They have this really great helmet that I totally remember from the movie, and I think it's a really great LEGO piece. The one on the right is in full camouflage, where the one on the left has more of a shirt and a vest, as well as the camouflage pants. On both, we can see these really utilitarian belts and the cargo pants in the pockets, as well as the top of the boots. The one on the right has a coat detail with the camouflage, as well as a crossbody belt. Both of them have these sand-colored gloves, which I think really completes the look. The face on the right is a pretty generic face that I feel like we've gotten before, but the one on the left is a unique face with this blonde beard as well as bushy eyebrows. And here we've got both figures from the back. You can see how the belt completes on both of them. The one on the left features the printing of the back of the vest, where the one on the right you can see a hood, as this would have been a hooded jacket. And here we can see both figures with their accessories, which are these laser guns. And here you can see the Rebel version of Princess Leia. She's got this really interesting braided hairpiece, as well as a torso with a Rebel uniform on it. We can see the shaping around the waist and the belt, and the details of the collar. Princess Leia does come with two accessories, one being a cookie piece, which is supposed to represent the treat that she gave one of the Ewoks, as well as a small gun. Princess Leia does have a double-sided face, the first one being this smiling face, and the other being this more angry face. From the back we can get a great look at that braided hairpiece I mentioned, as well as the rest of the uniform and the back of the belt. Unlike a standard cape, the poncho for Princess Leia can be fit over the head. And here you can see Princess Leia in the poncho, which is a soft fabric piece in a camouflage pattern. And here we have the Wookiee Chewbacca, who's Han Solo's sidekick. This is a newer version of the Wookiee that was most recently featured in the Wookiee gunship. I do like the overall darker look of the dark brown color compared to the more reddish brown that we've had in the past. As a Wookiee, this minifigure is covered in fur. You can see all of the molded details of the headpiece, as well as the printed details on the legs. I do like the silver bandolier that goes across, but I wonder whether the printing is perfect here. The printing on the face to provide that different shade of fur does seem to be a little bit strange. I can see what they were going for, but I'm not in love. Chewbacca does have one accessory, which is this crossbow piece in a kind of gunmetal gray, and it is a nice piece that I do remember from the movie. Here we've got the back of Chewbacca, where you can see the remainder of the mold of the top piece, as well as this silver printing on the bandolier. Last but not least, we've got Han Solo, played by Harrison Ford, and you can see that he's wearing his iconic outfit, but under the camouflage overcoat. And you know it's an overcoat as the printing continues from the torso to the pants. I really like this print, as well as all of the subtle details of the wrinkling. Han does have one accessory, which is his pistol. The Han Solo minifigure does have two faces, the first of which is this kind of smiling face, and the second one is this more determined, serious face. And here we have all 5 minifigures from the front. You can see that they all make a really good set, as they all have that matching kind of war camouflage pattern. And here we have the 5 minifigures from the back. You can see all the different back printing, and you get a good sense about how much taller Chewbacca is. And here we have the Imperial Shuttle Tydirium. This being an Imperial craft, this is typically used for not the Rebels, it's for the Imperial Army. And we have gotten other iterations of this set in the past. But because this is the Imperial Shuttle Tydirium, we know from the movie that this one was used by the Rebels. And all of our minifigures, as you saw, were in their Endor outfits from the Battle of Endor in their kind of Rebel gear. So here we've got a great ship, and let's take a look at all the features. The cockpit is one of the most iconic features of this ship, and I really like a lot of the detail that we get. There's a lot of interesting details, including these side pieces and even some kind of little greebling down below. I really like the way that they built this out. At the front, you can see the big windshield that the characters can see out of. The whole front of the cockpit lifts up to place minifigures inside. Here we can see all the different controls to fly. There's also 2 black seats that have pieces to lock the feet in place. Here we have Han and Chewie in the cockpit, and it can be closed with them inside. On either side of the cockpit, we can see the guns that can be posed at different angles. On either side of the shuttle, there is an access panel to get to the interior of the craft. And here on the interior, we can see Princess Leia seated in one of the seats, as well as a Rebel crate. And here we've got the Rebel crate. This is a pretty standard crate, but it does have this nice sticker piece with the Rebel logo in a white stripe. The cover of the box can be lifted to reveal the 2 detonators inside. Here on the interior, we can see a computer screen with a sticker that has a planet on it and some other readings. On the other side, there's 2 more seats and the weapons rack. And this is the weapon and utility rack. And we've got 2 places for guns there, as well as a spot with a 1x2 jumper plate for the backpack. So pretty simple here, but it's effective. Just below the middle wing and above the cockpit, we can see this sticker piece with a kind of vent detail. And here we have the main wing. And this was an interesting build. As you can see here, there's all these Technic beams that give it a lot of structure. There are some interesting details with these gray sections, as well as this piece here, which adds a bit more shaping. I really like how on every side of this craft, there's all these interesting details to catch your eye, be it the slopes or the tiles or any of the curved pieces. There's really a lot to kind of sink your teeth into. On the back of the craft, you can see there's this detail of these additional gun pieces, as well as the very large wide thrusters. And this is a very great feature, and I love the way everything's curved. The landing gear can be raised for landing or lowered for takeoff. The small loading ramp can be lowered by pulling down on this yellow piece. As you can see, it's especially hard for a minifigure to use this ramp or for it to be seen. When not in landing mode, the wings can be lowered on a ratcheting joint. Each of the long wings is made out of a lot of plates that are sandwiched together to provide really solid construction. Hidden just below these cannons is this little green dot, which is actually our spring-loaded shooter. To activate, you press on this little hidden pin. I really like the way this was designed because it's really concealed, but it works perfectly. And here we can see from the front the Lambda-style ship making that iconic 3-wing triangular formation. And here we have the Imperial Shuttle Tydirium in its flight mode. And you can really appreciate all of the details from the different shaping to the different lights to all of the different weaponry. And here we have everything back together for my final thoughts. This set was amazing. I think that the best part of it is that it's a really great build. The set is quite large, but even though it's really large, they did a great job to make sure that it would be very sturdy. With all the different Technic construction, both on the wings and throughout, this is a very sturdy, really detailed ship. There's so many great instances where we can play, and we do get 5 pretty nice minifigures. So I think that this set is really a great one to add to your collection. It's truly a showpiece being how large it is. It's obviously not as large as the Ultimate Collector's version of this similar craft that we got maybe about a year or 2 ago. But I think this is the more manageable cousin that is perfect for your shelf and really great piece to add to your collection. But those are my thoughts about the set, and I'd love to hear yours in the comments down below. What do you guys think is the best feature of the set? Put that down in the comments below. I love to hear from you guys. And don't forget to subscribe to make sure that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming summer 2015 sets. And if you like what you saw here, don't forget to give us a like down below. That's all the time we've got for today. Have a good one. Hey guys, Michael here. Did you miss our video about the LEGO Marvel Avengers video game and the pack-in bonus? Click here to make sure you watch the video, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on anything else. The whole front of the cockpit lifts up. Whoa!